What's up YouTube, PokePrimer here, ready to deliver you week 2 of the NPBA season 2 here on the channel. We started off the season very strong with a 5-0 victory in week 1 against Jordan in the Northwich Castle Zoroarks. And now we battle an old friend of ours, Chase and the Toronto Tyrantrums. Now, normally, we always joke around, hey, it's Chase, I'm not too terrified. But Chase has apparently gotten a lot better since the last time that we battled. He did win his week 1 matchup, so that's one huge indicator as well. His draft is absolutely, utterly terrifying. I am honestly horrified that he drafted this well. His draft isn't perfect, but it's definitely just to say, when we did our pre-season power rankings based on the drafts, I had Chase sitting at number 2 because I just thought that he drafted so well. He's got all the right walls, all the right threats. It's terrifying. His draft consists of Manaphy, Mega Banette, Kyurem Black, Cresselia, Chestnut, Galvantula, Granbull, Electros, Kabutops, Liepard, Dusclops, Lopunny. So upsides to his team that he has. He's got Manaphy, one of the best setup sweepers in the game. He's got Mega Banette, Prankster, Destiny Bond, Prankster T-Wave, shit like that. He's got Kyurem Black. We all know how good Kyurem Black is. He's got Cresselia, one of the best walls in the game. Chestnut, one of the best walls in the game. Galvantula, for sticky web purposes. That's terrifying enough as it is to think about. Him getting up sticky webs would be very detrimental to our squad. Horribly detrimental. We can't afford that. Cannot afford that. Cannot afford to have him getting up fucking sticky webs and keeping them up. That would be horrific. So we cannot allow that in any universe. Downsides. His only fairy is Granbull, who is not necessarily as viable. Does have the Intimidate, which is kind of annoying. It can be a bit of a cleric, but I'm not too worried about it. Another upside, he has Electros. He has Electros. Come on. He's got the Bond with no weaknesses at all. It's terrifying. Terrifying. Downsides, his only form of hazard removal is Kabutops. With its 4x weakness to grass and everything, it's not as viable. Another upside, he has Liepard for more Prankster support. He's got Dusclops, which is one of the best Eviolite walls in the game. And then a downside is he has regular Lopunny, which is nowhere near as good as Mega Lopunny, but still can be a threat if he wants it to be. But hopefully the squad that I've built can handle this. I think it will. So let's get into it. First of all, we've got the first thing I thought when I saw his team, and I ran a few calcs, I was like, I need Sultan. I need Sultan. 100% I need Sultan. Why do I need Sultan? Because Sultan can 2-hit KO his entire squad by itself. We were rocking a moveset of Hyperspace Fury, Drain Punch, Psychic, and Knockoff. Hyperspace Fury. Let's talk about that move real quick. It lowers our defense by 1 stage, but it's base 100 and cannot be protected against. You do the math. That's going to hurt a lot. Backed by a base 160 attack stat, max attack, this thing is going to punch holes through his team. Hyperspace Fury, 2 shots Cresselia, which is one of his biggest walls, and 2 shots Dusclops, which is another one of his biggest walls. So his walls are gone by Hyperspace Fury, which is great. The one mon on his team that switches into Hyperspace Fury, he's got 2 mons that do it, but one mon that really switches into Hyperspace Fury is his Chestnut, Chestnut and Gramble can switch into it. But when it comes down to it, Psychic, being backed by a base 170 special attack and 40 special attack EVs, Psychic will finish the job for it. Even with it being resisted, it still does a decent amount of damage, and Psychic will finish them off, being super effective on Chestnut, and Gramble not having decent special defense at all, having complete booty special defense. Psychic should be able to clean up either one of them fairly easily without too big of an issue. So that's a huge thing to notice right there. So having that ability to be mixed and not lose any real damage output by it is absolutely wild. We do also pack the Drain Punch for things like the Lipard, the Lopunny, the Curum Black, who I want to actually hit super effectively. And then we have the Knockoff as an alternative to Hyperspace Fury, just so we can get items off of things. If I predict the right switches and hit the Knockoff on the right mons, it could be very useful, because certain things, might have items on them that I don't want them to have, and Knockoff coming from this kind of monster of a Pokemon is going to do so much damage. It's insane how much damage this mon can do. It's absolutely terrifying. Hoopa Unbound is just too good. Hoopa Unbound is too good. That's why they just banned it to Ubers. Because this thing is actually really ridiculous. That's enough of that. With this speed stat, we do outspeed a max speed Mega Banette if he chose to bring that, so that's another thing. Just wanted to bring that up. So yeah, that's going to be our Hoopa. The next mon I wanted to bring is a new mon to the squad, which I should have a separate video up about this. Our free agency scoop. We decided to drop Heracross because Heracross, I knew I just wasn't going to use it. I had no reason to use it. I really didn't need Bug Stab on my team, and I had another fighting type that I had kind of in mind. So I decided it wasn't necessary to have Heracross on the squad, and I needed a form of hazard removal. So we scooped up a member of our PFC championship winning team of Season 1. Our beautiful old friend Zanzibar the Donphan has returned. The prodigal son has returned home. Zanzibar is here, rocking the assault vest with the sturdy. Someone hits us too hard on the special side, it'll piss us off, and we're probably gonna sue. But from there, we're gonna go ahead and kick their ass, because we can take a special hit thanks to the assault vest with a little bit of investment. We can actually take an ice beam from a Curum Black with this investment, which is kind of cool. We were running 244 with an impish nature, 248 HP. We were rocking all the bulk in the universe. This thing could take any hit. This thing is also only 3-hit KO'd by Energy Ball from Galvantula. We're rocking a moveset of Rapid Spin, Earthquake, Knockoff, and Superpower. Earthquake is a 2-hit KO on Galvantula, so we're probably going to go ahead and Earthquake the shit out of that thing the first 2 turns of the matchup. If he leads with it, that's pretty much the goal. The goal is to kill that thing as fast as possible, and then Rapid Spin against whatever he brings in against it afterwards, so that we can get those webs gone and make sure that the Galvantula is gone as well. So that's the plan there. Earthquake is stabbed, so it's going to do a lot of damage to whatever we hit it with. So that's cool. That's really cool. We have the Knockoff for utility purposes, so we can get rid of those items on things. And then we also have the Superpower as Chase does have a tiny bit of a fighting weakness. He's got 4 Mons weak to fighting. So if we can take advantage of the superpower and blow something back, that would be awesome. That'd be really kind of cool. I kind of want to, you know, blow someone back with Donphan. That'd be kind of legit. But I guess it probably won't happen because, you know, Donphan's just, you know, he's just too chill of a guy. He just can't handle Zanzibar. It's just too chill. But yeah, that's our Zanzibar. He's new to this squad, but he's back in our lives. The next model we're bringing, I'm showing him in his non-mega form because this is taking place after the battle happened, is Spyro the Mega Charizard Y. This thing is so good. Mega Charizard Y is a monster. With his speed stat, we hit 319 speed, which in turn allows us to outspeed Kieran Black naturally, which is great. Max special attack, we're going to hit as hard as possible. With that little bit in HP and special defense, so we can take some hits. But the cool part about this is Spyro is just a monster. Fire Blast, Solar Beam, Focus Blast, and Roost. We have the Fire Blast just for stab purposes, so we can hit everything on the team really, really hard. Blow most of the team back entirely. We have the Solar Beam for the Kabutops or the Manaphy that want to try and cause some mischief against us, which would be kind of annoying. I don't like mischief-causing Mons, but Solar Beam will do a lot of damage to both of them. We have the Focus Blast just for coverage against some of those fighting weaknesses. Then we have the Roost so that we can keep ourselves alive as long as possible. Very, very simple, very standard Mega Charizard Y set, but this thing just works so well. As a backup to Megazard Y, we have Basilisk the Heliolisk with the Choice Scarf Solar Power. Rockin' Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse, and Hyper Voice. Just enough speed to outspeed the Kieran Black, with the max special attack and the rest going into HP. Now, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, again, standard on a fast electric type move set. Just so you can have the Volt Switch for that utility and that momentum purposes. And Thunderbolt just for damage output. We have the Dark Pulse for the Dusclops, the Cresselia, and the Banette. Because they're very, very bulky, so I want to hit them super effectively. Also, the Dark Pulse is there. The Dark Pulse actually got put there after this last move, which is Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice is stab on Heliolisk and will do a large amount of damage to just about everything that it can hit, except for the Mons that it can't, being the Banette and the Dusclops. And if we locked ourselves into the Hyper Voice, then those two could just switch in and laugh at us, which we don't want to do. So we're not gonna do it. So yeah, don't worry about it. We know what we're doing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But Basilisk is going to put in a lot of work. We get that Sun Up. This thing's going to cause so much damage against our opponents. It's going to be absolutely wild. This thing does so much damage. Heliolisk has so much potential to go so far in this league, and I really want to make this baby shine. The Basilisk is an absolute monster in every scenario that it's put in. So that's going to be our Heliolisk, my big, powerful little lizard friend. The next mon we're going to bring this week is Haircut. Does he need a haircut? I don't know. Haircut, the Tangela with that Eviolite, rocking that max special defense with that calm nature, 248 HP, 8 into special, or 8 into the defenses. This guy is just here to take hits, honestly. We're rocking a moveset of Giga Drain, HP Flying, Knockoff, and Toxic. Toxic so we can put some things on timers, get those guys messed up. Giga Drain so we can hit things super effectively like the Manaphy and the Kabutops and just get some HP back. Knock off for utility and HP Flying. Oh, if I get to use this, I'll be so happy. HP Flying because Chestnut could switch into this thing 5,000 days a week. All the time. This thing can... Chestnut switches into this thing all the time. Oh, how amazing would I feel. How godlike would I feel if I went ahead and blasted that thing with a hidden power flying and blew it out of the water. Oh, I would feel like a god. Oh, I would feel like a legend. Oh, that'd be the greatest day ever. Oh, I really want to do that. Hopefully I get the chance to. Hopefully Chase isn't a dick and he gives me the chance for Tangela to have his moment to shine. If Tangela can take out a Chestnut, I'll be really happy. So, that's why we're packing the HP Flying. Hopefully it works. I think it will. And then the last one on our squad. It's a little bit of a different set, but it'll work. We have Ripster the Garchomp. Now, first of all, if I don't see Kabutops, I know I'm safe to do this, but this thing is Choice Scarfed because I like Choice Scarfing things. And if we give it enough speed to outspeed the Kyurem, I don't see any reason against it. Which we do. And then we're going to give it max attack because it needs max attack. And we're going to give the rest into HP because it's a little bit of natural bulk. Yeah, this thing rough skin, so if we switch into a physical attack, it's going to cause some damage to the other team. We're going to give this thing Stealth Rocks. Choice Scarf Stealth Rocks. If I can get this thing in against a mon that it's naturally faster than, then I can just click Stealth Rocks and not worry about it. Set the rocks up, and he won't be able to consider that I'm Scarfed. And later on, you know, I have the Outrage come in, Outrage the Kyurem, KO it, Outrage something else, KO it, Outrage something else, KO it, Earthquake something, KO it, Poison Jab, a Gramble if it's there, KO it. This thing just provides us a lot of options. We can guarantee get our rocks up, and then have a guaranteed wall-breaking monster sitting there waiting, ready to go. With only 3 moves to work with, but you know what? I think that's more than enough to get the job done in this matchup. I think Garchomp can definitely put in a lot of work here. Ripster's going to get those rocks up and then come back in later and just really start to clean house on Mons, which is really cool. But that's going to be our squad. We got Sultan the Hoopa Unbound, we got Zanzibar the Donphan, Spyro the Megazard Y, Basilisk the Heliolisk, Haircut the Tangela, and Ripster the Garchomp. If you guys are hyped, please make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am PokePrimer, signing off.